Today's briefing: a 37-fold surge in device code phishing that undercuts common MFA assumptions, a targeted social engineering play that hijacked an NPM maintainer behind a widely used library, and a report that LinkedIn is quietly scanning browsers for thousands of extensions. Here's what changed and what defenders should do now. Welcome to your operational cyber roundup. We'll move quickly through the key facts, why they matter for your environment, and practical steps you can take today. First, device code phishing attacks surged 37 times as new kits spread online. The headline context is straightforward. Attackers are abusing the OAuth 2.0 device authorization grant, a flow designed for devices with limited input, and they're doing it at scale. The key facts are that new phishing kits are widely circulating, and attacks leveraging the device code flow have spiked more than 37 times this year. This flow is intended for legitimate sign-ins on devices like TVs and command line tools, but criminals are turning it into an account takeover vector by tricking users into authorizing access. Why it matters? This method can bypass traditional password prompts and in some cases weaken the effectiveness of standard MFA prompts, because the user completes a seemingly legitimate authorization on a trusted page. It also shifts the attack surface to OAuth tokens and app consent, which many organizations monitor less rigorously than primary credentials. The defender takeaway: restrict or disable the device code grant where it's not needed, and gate it behind conditional access that requires strong, phishing-resistant MFA. Monitor identity logs specifically for device code authorizations and unusual client identifiers, and review OAuth app consents and token lifetimes. Train users to treat unsolicited device code prompts and authorization requests as high risk, even when they appear on legitimate domains. If you suspect abuse, revoke tokens immediately and force reauthentication. Second, Axios NPM hack used a fake Teams error fix to hijack a maintainer account. For context, maintainers of the popular Axios HTTP client shared a post-mortem explaining that one of their developers was targeted by a social engineering campaign, believed to have been conducted by North Korean threat actors, leading to a maintainer account compromise. The key facts are that the lore was framed as a Microsoft Teams error fix. It convinced the developer to take action, and the outcome was an unauthorized takeover of a maintainer account. Why it matters? NPM packages like Axios sit inside countless build pipelines and production apps. A single maintainer compromise can open the door to tampering, dependency confusion, or trust erosion across a huge downstream footprint. Even without confirmed package tampering in this case, the path to impact is clear, and the incident reinforces how credible support-themed lures can breach software supply chains at their human seams. The defender takeaway: mandate multi-factor authentication for all package registry and source control accounts, ideally with hardware security keys. Enforce least privilege publication rights, require release approvals, and enable registry features that demand 2FA at publish time. Rotate and scope tokens tightly. Monitor for anomalous package activity, and make social engineering drills part of maintainer onboarding. Encourage developers to validate any fix your corporate app requests through a second channel, and ensure incident response playbooks include rapid revocation of registry credentials and package deprecation if something goes wrong. Third, LinkedIn secretly scans for over 6,000 Chrome extensions and collects device data, according to a report dubbed BrowserGate. The headline context is that hidden JavaScript on the site is reportedly checking visitors' browsers for specific extensions and fingerprinting device attributes. The key facts: the scanning targets a catalog of 6,000 plus Chrome extensions, and the scripts gather additional data points about visiting devices. Why it matters: large-scale extension enumeration and fingerprinting can expose sensitive signals in enterprise environments, including hints about installed security tools or potential user profiling. It also raises compliance and privacy questions for organizations subject to regulatory obligations. Even if used for fraud detection, these techniques can conflict with internal privacy expectations and increase scrutiny from legal and governance teams. The defender takeaway: evaluate how your workforce interacts with LinkedIn on corporate devices, and consider applying enterprise browser policies to manage extensions, reduce fingerprinting, and limit data leakage. Use managed profiles and content controls, review which extensions are permitted, and prefer privacy protections that reduce script-level probing. Update privacy notices and vendor assessments where necessary, and monitor for browser behaviors that indicate extension enumeration. Where appropriate, steer high-risk roles to segregated browsing contexts that minimize exposure. That's the brief. If this helped you prioritize defenses, subscribe for the next roundup, share it with your team, and drop a comment with the one control you're implementing this week.